Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday, June 23rd in the MLB, and our two favorite picks are on the way. It is Austin, joined by Logan. Now we must do a recap of yesterday. We were on a hot streak the last 2 days. Yesterday humbled us a little bit, a 1-4 day. Let's talk about it. We had our one winner of the day, Shohei Ohtani, over in walks, a little plus money cash. We'll take that. Our losers, Nationals money line. Oh, man, Logan, we are in pain after that one. They led 7-5 in the 8th, 7-6 in the 9th. 4 straight hits, and then if you watch the end of the game, pitch clock violation to draw on the last hit run. That's fun. Bobby Witt Jr. over in bases, he did not get a hit. He went hitless. He had an extra base hit robbed, which was fun in the first inning. We had Jarren Duran and Christian Yelich hit parlay. Yelich did not come through, and then the Orioles team total over 4.5 was a dog meat wager, as they say. But they won a 4-day. We're going to bounce back today. Hopefully dominate. It is a Sunday, so only 2 picks, but today we were doing 2 units on each of our picks, and we're just going to dive right into it. Now, Logan and I could come out here and give you 4 or 5 picks, but we'd rather stick to the picks that we love, give you ones that we are absolutely, in love with. We're just going to put 2 units on them instead of spraying the board, trying to hit 4, go 4-0. If we go 2-0 today, we'll win back nearly 4 units. And if this works today, maybe we'll start upping the unit size on our most confident plays going forward. My most confident play of the day is the Houston Astros pitcher, Framber Valdez, over 17.5 outs, currently minus 118 on FanDuel. Now, I think you're getting great value here on FanDuel. FanDuel obviously now has outs props. Most books are closer to minus 130, which I still like it there. I honestly think this line should be closer to minus 150, minus 160. Wouldn't be shocked if that's where this one closes. Like I said, putting 2 units on this. My most confident play of the day. I'm not going to force any other plays to hit parlay or anything like that. Just trying to hit this one, win back nearly 2 units to our record. Try to pick back, try to get back in the winning column. Now, like I said, Framber Valdez will go up against the Orioles today, who are looking to avoid getting swept. They haven't been swept many times over the last few seasons, but their streak of whatever 79 or 80, whatever straight games or series without getting swept is already over. So we're not superstitious here a little bit. But for Amber, you look at him since his return from injury, started a couple times early on in the year, returned back for 1 start at the end of April. But since May, when he's been off a pitch clock or off the pitch count, he's been pretty good. I mean, we look at him. He's gone 6+ innings in 6 of his last 9. In the games he did not go over, he got rocked. I mean, we look at the 3 games he didn't go over. 5 1/3. He got 9 hits, 5 earned runs, 91 pitches, 5 innings pitched, 10 hits, 8 earned runs. He had 86 pitches. And then the other one, 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. And they took him out at 59 pitches. So he was terrible. Could the Orioles do that to him where they get up 8, 9, 10 hits and 5+ earned runs? Sure, that could happen. And I think that's really the one scenario where you would see Framber not go 6 innings pitch. If you watch the Astros and how they kind of manage their pitchers and their bullpen, they really want their starter to go 6 innings pitch. We had a Ronel Blanco over and outs earlier on in this year, and he was not pitching well. And they were like, you know what? Leave him out there. And he went 6 innings pitcher, got his outs line that we needed. And that's kind of the same thing for Framber Valdez. Is he going to strike out a lot of guys? No, but what he does is he throws a lot of pitches in the zone, and he makes you get those soft contact outs. And when those are working, he's normally doing pretty well. And while the Orioles are a team statistically this season, you'd be like, awesome, why are we backing a guy on an over, especially against an O's team that's hit lefties well this season? Yeah, they have, but it's not necessarily sure. You could say, hey, they hit well against them in April and May. In June, they have not hit lefties too well this month. They've actually struggled, in fact. The last 5 lefty starters to face the O's, 4 of them easily went 6 innings pitched. And we've seen in June, the O's batting .216, 5th lowest in baseball, with an 86 WRC plus, 9th lowest, and only a 6.9 walk percentage, which is the 10th lowest versus lefties. Obviously, Valdez is a lefty. And while they do have good experience versus Valdez, I'm looking at the other props. I'm seeing the O's as underdogs on the money line, which they've been favored in the first 2 games of the series, and obviously did lose. So maybe they're adjusting there, but they're not afraid to let 2 games, affect how the books are going to, put lines out there. But also you've seen, them just, obviously they've been favored and now they're underdogs. You look at Valdez's other props, his hits allowed prop 5.5, and it's plus money. His earned runs line is plus money at 2.5. His walks allowed, which always could be a concern, is plus money at 2.5. He did just come off a game where he walked 5 guys, still got to the 6 innings pitch we need. And so I think he's maybe a little bit more locked in, throwing it in the zone. But still, like I said, the O's do have good history against him. In 2023, they faced him. He still went 7 innings pitch. He gave up 8 hits and 6 earned runs. Like, they left him out there. And that's 2022. Went 5 1/3. He gave up 11 hits, and he still probably would have hit this over. The problem was he had 4 earned runs, 7 of them unearned, 7 unearned runs. So there was an error in there, which caused him to pitch, 15, 20 more pitches in an inning. So look, they're going to leave him out there, and I'm confident that he goes 6 innings pitched. Just what they want out of Valdez. It's typically what he gets. And like I said, his other props indicate that he's going to pitch pretty decently. Orioles, like I said, underdogs on the money line, despite, Suarez pitching pretty well for him. I really like this one. There's a reason I'm putting 2 units on it. For Amber Valdez, over 17.5 outs, -118 on FanDuel. A 2-unit play is what I'm doing with. But Logan also has a 2-unit play, his favorite one of the day. Logan, where are you going?
Yeah, I love your player prop. Mine is not a player prop. It's a total. And I'm going in the Sunday night baseball game between the Mets and the Cubs. I'm taking the under 8.5 total runs. -120 odds on Fanatics is your best value there. Now, other books do have this one at 8. You could take the under 8 and get push potential on that one. It's fine with that. Or you can, play this up to -130-ish. I don't mind that as well. I just have a very, very strong feeling at the time we're recording this, here it is like 7 a.m., that this line does go up to 8.5. So I'd rather pay just a little bit of more juice myself on the 8.5 than, take the 8 and watch it be 8.5 by first pitch. We've seen high Wrigley totals and scoring this series. The bats are going to cool off on the Sunday night baseball game. I like both these 2 starting pitchers, and it starts with Javier Assad starting for the Cubs. 2.75 ERA, 1.25 WHIP. Javier Assad's been, one of the more elite pitchers this year. He's not an ace. He's not a flashy guy, but he's been getting it done. At home, Assad is a 1.69 ERA compared to a 3.7 on the road. So obviously, home is where he's the best. And I hope he once again comes out and shows that today. Assad's earned run line is only 1.5. Now, obviously, the over is extremely juiced, but still, they don't put that 1.5 earned run line just for any pitchers. The pitchers who they expect and project to pitch the best, they give that 1.5 earned run line. I'm in total agreement with that. I think Assad goes out and absolutely deals today. And it makes sense because with runners in scoring position, Assad is only allowing hitters a 123 batting average. He's been lights out with the guys on base. You need to strand those guys to cash, an under. And I think Javier Assad does that today. You look at the Mets offense too. They absolutely lit up the lefty Shota. If Assad was a lefty, there's no way in heck I would take this bet. But the Mets offense against a righty yesterday, they didn't look all that great against Jameson Taillon. Now they face Assad, who I think is significantly better than Taillon. I think he's in store for a good outing. And then we go to the other side. It's Luis Severino starting for the Mets, 3.52 ERA, 1.2 WHIP. Sevy's been good most of this year, but he is coming off a bad outing where he went 6 1/3 innings pitched, gave up 8 hits, 6 earned runs to the Texas Rangers. Austin remembers that one a little bit too well. He was on his earned runs under. Severino absolutely cooked him. But that's okay because I think he's going to have a bounce back outing here. Prior to that, he only allowed 1 earned run in each of the prior 2 starts. Normally a pitcher like that, like Severino, that's a savvy veteran, is able to dial it in and get back to what he was doing before. Bad starts happen every now and then. But you have to trust that he'll get back on track. And Severino is tough on righties. There will be several right-handed bats in this lineup, including Nico Horner, probably batting leadoff. And you got Seiya Suzuki batting, maybe cleanup. And then you got Morel, who they moved down in the lineup, and then Dansby Swanson. Those are all right-handed bats that I'd be shocked if any of those guys weren't in the lineup. So he's really tough on those guys if you look at the splits. And also with runners in scoring position, Severino only allowing a 203 batting average with runners in scoring position. So you got 2 starting pitchers in this one that are both good at stranding the guy in scoring position. That's what we need to cash in under. It's like a must-have. You cannot allow the timely hits to stack up on you. And if we look at the Cubs, they're only batting .230 with runners in scoring position over the last 10 days. Obviously, that is getting a little bit better, just based off like yesterday, they put up a bunch of runs. But I still just don't see it. I don't fully trust this Cubs offense. Yes, they got the hits yesterday, but they can go back to they were bad more recently. And then we go to the bullpens, right? Because both these starters, I'm expecting, them to give us decent length. I don't know how long Assad goes in, but both these bullpens are rested after yesterday. I mean, the Cubs, they used Hector Neris. Good. I don't want that guy on the mound. But the Mets are 11th in bullpen ERA. Pretty solid bullpen so far this year for the Mets. And then the Cubs, 24th in bullpen ERA. The Cubs are the weaker link in the two bullpens, but I still think we're going to get a pretty solid showing from Assad and give us a little bit of wiggle room in the bullpen portion of this one. I love the under in the Sunday night baseball game between these two picks. But Austin, I think we might have had a couple leans in there. I don't know if you want to talk about those.
No, I mean, you touched on that Cubs game. I mean, the fact that they go from a 12.5 over yesterday, now we're dropping it all the way to 8.5. I really like that pick. I really like that one. Sure, we're putting 2 units on both of our picks. Now, Logan said, hey, we both had some leans. Like I said, if we wanted to go out there and give you 4 or 5 picks, we could. This is Sunday, so things get a little bit weird. The ones I was looking at is going to be a little bit popular. Logan Webb under 6.5 hits allowed. I'm not doing it because we have had terrible luck on hits allowed props recently. I think of our last 4, we are 1-3, and all 3 losses have ended with the guy giving up 1 hit above what we needed. So Logan Webb will end with 7 hits today. I don't know if you want to back some Cardinals get hits because they're going to get some. I just know we have no luck on under hits allowed props. Outs props haven't been, great for us, but today might be my last outs prop if it doesn't smack because I really love this one today. But that's going to be my lean for another prop. Logan, you had another lean for the people, and I think you were going back to a team that hurt you yesterday.
Yeah, well, I'm not playing this one personally because, again, Sunday day baseball, it's always weird. I'd go back to the Nats money line personally, back to the scene of the crime. It's not making our card because I like this under a lot more than it. But you got Jake Irvin versus Kyle Freeland. Kyle Freeland's such a fade. Now it looks pretty tasty with his 13 ERA on paper. I just think the Nats are a lot better team. It was absolutely soul crushing to watch the end of that game yesterday. So it would only make sense that the Nats win 8-2 today. And you show me yesterday was a fluke. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 100% agree with you. But we're just going to stick to our 2 picks. We got Valdez over an ounce. Mets Cubs under 8.5, both 2 units, and hopefully that we can go 2-0 and back a little less than 4 units. And hopefully we can see you guys back on Monday with some more picks. So as always, let us know your favorite picks down below. Have a wonderful Sunday, and Logan and Austin will be back again tomorrow morning, hopefully recapping a 2-0 day, which we really could use for the vibes. But we'll see you back again tomorrow. We'll see you then. Peace.